Hey everybody, welcome. I'm Laura St. John. I am here with Lenny Evans and Dave MacArthur, two Isagenix millionaires, part of the 1% Club, to show you a pathway on how you too can either map your way to get your products paid for, right? Just make a couple $100 a month and get your healthy paid for. Make this a no-brainer. Or how to map yourself all the way to multi-million-dollar 1% Club. And I'm so pumped to be here with you too. Lenny Evans, I am so excited. Thank you for being here. And what are you excited about?
First of all, 15 years in, I've never been more excited. The confusion is gone, the fog is gone, the simplicity and clarity is here. And that's what the ForeverPak is bringing to you. And we're just so excited about it. And I couldn't be more excited to be here with Dave MacArthur, my brother, and Laura St. John. I am just pumped to share my wisdom and anything that's worked for me in becoming a millionaire. And I'm just so excited to be here. So thank you.
What about you, Dave? What are you excited about?
Well, the thing that I'm most grateful for is what Isagenix has meant for me and my family. It has literally turned us from being upside down, living from paycheck to paycheck, poor health, poor energy, to having everything the exact opposite. And it's just been such a blessing for us. And I want to pay that forward. And the mission of Isagenix is to create the healthiest people on the planet and in the process become the largest health and wellness company in the world. I've adopted that as my mission because I am so grateful and I'm so passionate about doing this too and helping people. And it's just, there's no better feeling than being a catalyst in somebody's life to improve their life. I just keep going. It's been almost 14 years now, and I'm just as excited as I've ever been. So I'm ready to get going on this module and really help people to see the clarity, because with clarity becomes clarity of actions. And that's what we want for you.
Thank you so much. And clarity. So we're going to dive into three main pieces on this broadcast. And one of them is first understanding the value that Isagenix is bringing to you personally, and that you can use it as a vehicle to bring value to other people. So we're going to really get clear and intentional about what you can do with this value. Then Lenny, I'm going to do that part. Lenny is going to walk you through getting super clear on your goals, your stepping stone goals, your bigger goals, your dreams that you may have, but you're not sure how to get there. And then Dave's going to perfectly come in and hit it home, where he's going to show you the principles behind the Isagenix compensation plan. He's going to show you the map of what, lit us all up and led his way to millions of dollars. And again, there's no right or wrong answer here. What I love about this is you're going to decide what feels good to you. So if you are just here because you're looking to get those products paid for, and you really do say, hey, I just want to, step into a greater amount of health and I don't want to ever have to pay for this, then that's fine. But if you are really here also to intentionally say, oh my goodness, this map is so juicy, it doesn't require any special degree. Okay, we're all coming here from very different backgrounds, entrepreneurialism, mechanic, like wherever you are, right? You can step into this. And that's one of the most exciting things about the Isagenix compensation plan, is that it levels the playing field for all to play. And if you want to work at this, you are truly going to learn the steps that can be compounded all the way. It's the simple same steps. That's what I can't wait for you to see. So, it's many people in our society right now, they think in order to be part of that 1% club, or, the richest of rich, or they think that it's something that you don't possess currently. And what you're going to see in just after this one broadcast is you possess it. It's already inside you, and it's our job to help you light up those skill sets, help you light up the vision of what's possible. And that's what's amazing about Isagenix, is that they've given us, all of us, the same tools to use, right? So 1,000 paths could have led you to this moment right now. You're going to take out paper, because I promise you're going to want to write a ton of notes. My first section here is to really help you identify what the value is that Isagenix brings to you, and the value that Isagenix brings to others. And then to leave you with that feeling of, you know what, I can do this. But first you have to recognize whether you just got started on Isagenix, right? Did you just get started, or whether you've been doing it for a while. Wherever you are, you're here in this moment because you're ready for more. You're either desiring change or ready for more. So let's identify that value right now. So take out a piece of paper and first say, you know, law of compensation is what you give, it flips back to you and you receive. We're going to make this value that you can give and receive also match the monetary value that Isagenix gives us. And first, our brains love to know a target. So let's give it some targets today. Number one is, what value do you see that Isagenix is bringing to you personally? You know, is it bringing you greater health? Is it bringing you weight loss? You know, and perhaps you just signed up. Is it for more energy? Are you in some kind of pain? You know, what is it releasing you from or helping you with? And identify that, write that down. So on the back of the card or the back of the piece of paper, you know, we're going to put that as the main thing that you're after. Inside that target, what are you seeking for yourself and your family, right? Or your loved ones. This is about you, that the value that Isagenix is bringing to you personally. So for most people, again, a lot of people start with weight loss, or that they're in pain, or they need more energy. We hear that over and over and over again. But also, can it, you know, get your healthy paid for? Is it helping you with financial freedom? Truly get clear on that right now and just write it down. That's the first piece of your homework. The second part right now is to really think and look outside of yourself and say, wow, you know what? We're seeing people of all different ages, all walks of life, get healthier, live in more financial freedom. And so the second question to ask yourself is, as you look externally from yourself, what value can you use Isagenix as a vehicle to help other people? And what can you do for them just like it's doing for you? And step outside of yourself. Take a look at, you know, think about who's in your community, who's in your family, who are your neighbors, who might you work with. And all of these will be part of the training modules. Once you're so clear in who you can help externally from you, the connection pieces that follow this are going to be seamless, because you're going to know, oh my goodness, no coincidences. You're exactly the kind of person that I want to help today, right? I'm looking to help people with weight loss, just like how I started. And so you're going to make exact matches when you hone this. So all of those people are what I consider in the exterior. When you make that your main thing, and you can match it to the numbers that you're about to see, and you say, okay, well, stepping stone goals, maybe you just want to get your products paid for, you want to, you know, map your way there, that the means to get there is by looking out. And the means to get to what you desire are through helping other people. That is in the DNA of Isagenix. What Dave MacArthur, you know, just mentioned about, you know, the Isagenix is to help the healthiest people on the planet. If you can get behind that mission in a small way, just helping a handful of people, in a really big way, helping a lot of people, can you get behind that mission? That is where this comes into play right here. So I really, you know, just get very clear on recognizing who do you want to help. And Lenny, right, as you start to do this more and more, it gets bigger and bigger and broader. You think you might only want to help a handful of people at first because maybe your coworkers are starting to ask you, or maybe your friends or neighbors are noticing you. But soon enough, it gets so big and you're like, does anyone eat? Does anyone breathe? Does anyone age, right?
I just want to this is so exciting that you're in on this conversation right now. You're listening to our voices because it's revolutionary. You're early too. I just want you to remember that. And as far as that, who is in your circle of influence, it really does come down to, once you become a believer of the ForeverPak, which we're assuming that you are, and that you're filled with gratitude to start to really want to share this forward, remembering, you know, who do you know that is aging and who do you know that eats? Really, I mean, there's no one off limits to what this can bless. I mean, it wants to bless everywhere. And so what we want to do with you right now is kind of take you to this next little first goal. And this is going to be like something that you're going to write down for sure and have a 3x5 card around it, you know. But on the way to your Freedom Day, we want to talk about your first step. And Laura so beautifully says, get your healthy paid for. I love that. I've never heard that before. Like that is so smart. Get your healthy paid for. Get your products paid for, what Boy said. And we're in a few moments, we're going to watch Dave MacArthur explain, like systematically, mathematically, I guess that means factually, how when you share it with a couple people who share it with a couple people who share it with a couple people, you're getting your healthy paid for. It's paying for your isogenics. It's paying for your shakes. It's paying for your products. It's like amazing. It's such a gift. It's so different from the way the normal world works and operates. And so then we're going to ask you, what's that next breathing goal? So first goal is, products, healthy paid for. Next one is like, what would happen if it paid for your house payment or paid your rent, or like your car payment, and in your insurance, and start to dream, unlock your mind, be open to maybe there are no coincidences, maybe there are no mistakes, maybe you're finding this information right now, right here, so that you can have an aha moment, and it can shift everything, and truly. So, but then that last goal for me right now is, what is the amount of money coming in each month that makes your life stress-free? Like you pay all your bills early, you're always on time, you're never late, you can do whatever you want. What is that? Is it $5,000 a month? Is it $10,000 a month? Write it down, because it's really important that we get really specific with this amount of money. Like, what is your freedom, Dave? Where you're like, I remember, when I go back 14 years or so with Dave MacArthur, we knew what his amount was in order for him to have that freedom day. You got to be specific. The universe loves specificity, like specific numbers. And so we really want you to do it. And so I want you to write that amount of money, out, because you guys, Isagenix can deliver. It just absolutely can. And you're going to have, every time I watch Dave MacArthur, he's so brilliant in the way he scientifically reverse engineers things, and he figures out this amount of money just on how many people you have to talk to. And just like figuring out that you could do 3 who tell 3 who tell 3, or 4 who tell 4 who tell 4, but he's going to actually put some numbers to it. So you could have an aha moment. And Jim Cooper says an aha moment, your aha moment acted upon, could be worth $1 million to you. So congratulations on being here, because this is, first of all, like, it could be worth $1 million right now, because this is scientific stuff. It's mathematics. And what's so fun is that for me, the ForeverPak is so simple, it's so affordable, which makes it duplicatable, which brings the clarity. So now with certainty, we can go forward and share with our friends. And so you guys, get your journals out, because where Dave takes us and how he shows us is worth a ton. So just get your aha moment right now. So I'm excited about this. I'm excited to learn and take notes. Dave MacArthur.
If I could pace right now, I would be pacing. I get so lit up by this, you guys. I'm so excited, not just because of what it's done for me, but because of what the possibilities are for you. And actually, I need to pull up this here. And I want to share my screen and go through a few things here. Definitely get a pen and paper out right now. I'm going to share some principles, and principles will show you, when you understand them, what the results are going to be, because you take certain actions, and they're immutable. You take the actions, and it's guaranteed you're going to get that result. And I want to show you how you can be in charge of your own pay raise, and that you can make that income as high as you want it to go, principally based. So I like to show a few things here. Let's start out with a graph. And this is something that I learned early on that I didn't know. It wasn't until I got introduced to this company and this industry, and Lenny, you started mentoring me and handing me the books. And one of the books was Robert Kiyosaki he wrote the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series. And he explains how to create leverage in your life so that you can create wealth, so that you can have the freedom. Like Laura was saying, what's the value that it can bring to you? For sure, our products can bring the value of wellness and health and energy to you, but it can also bring the value of wealth and time freedom and quality time with your family and doing the things that you want to do in reality rather than just dreaming about them. So let's go over these principles so that you can see this. All right, so the lure of this industry, well, let me show this here. Let's start out with $0, and we'll work up to a 6-figure income. And we'll go across the bottom in years, and we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years. Now, so as a mechanic, I made a certain amount of income when I started. I learned my skills and my craft very quickly. And so I went to the top of the pay raise, what the most I'm going to make as a mechanic pretty much right away. And then I just maintained that, you guys, for 15 years. It was about $600 a month, which comes out to about $30,000 a year. And if I've been working that for the last 14 years that I've been in Isogenics, I would still be at $30,000 a year as a mechanic. Now, it wasn't enough as my family was growing. And so what started happening is we're living paycheck to paycheck, and then we're getting behind. So what do we do in that case? We get another job. What did I do? I started fixing cars at home at night. And that's when my job that I liked doing became work, and it wasn't pleasure anymore. And so I started working at night on cars, still wasn't enough with a growing family. So I got a paper route, and I delivered newspapers every single morning at 4:30. Oh my gosh, that stole my life and my health from me. I was working 16 to 18 hours a day for a little bit of extra income. It wasn't that much. We were still living paycheck to paycheck. And that's how a lot of people experience their life. And now part of my mission is to help people understand that they don't have to live that way, that you can have it all. Now, the lure of this industry is that your income can go up beyond anything you could have made at your job and surpass what you hoped you could have made. It can actually go beyond that because the principles are built in. Now, some companies, they have built-in mechanisms into their systems where it does limit you on how much you can make. And usually the people who get in first are the ones who make all the money, but not in Isogenics. It is an equal playing field. In fact, after the company had been around for 12 years, somebody had come into the company, and within 6 years, they became the #1 income earner in our company. And they didn't come in until after 12 years that the company has been around. So I want to show how this could be the same for you, that you're in control of your pay raises. All right, so there's two principles. One is called leverage, and the other is called duplication. Now, there's a couple other principles that really make the extra income in Isogenics like something that people dream of, and that's called passive income, or also referred to as beach money. You could be on the beach and you're still making money. You could be sleeping and you're still making money. In fact, one night while I'm asleep, I make more than I used to make in a month as a mechanic in Isogenics while I'm sleeping in one night. That's passive income. And it's also residual. That means I don't have to keep going out and making more and more sales. The moment I quit my job as a mechanic, they stopped paying me, and I didn't get paid anymore for all of the 15 years of work that I did. I'm still getting paid residually from people I signed up in Isogenics 13 years ago because it's a consumable food. Every time they order it, Isogenics is paying me. So those are two really nice things that go along with the wealth. You get to enjoy it. You get the time freedom. So if we put time over here and money over here, you're going to start out in the beginning putting more time than you are making money. But you're in control of the pay raises, and the principle, well, if you continue to be consistent and you get the skills and you do the right systems, your income can go up. And in Isogenics, the more money you make, the less you have to do because of the leverage and the duplication. Now, in order to have leverage and duplication, you've got to have a simple system. Okay, so let me just describe what that means. So the simple system in this case is the ForeverPak. And why is that a simple system? Because it's one shake a day, and it's 2 pills in the morning and 2 pills at night with the isogenesis. So we call it IsoG. And that is so simple to do. People know they need extra nutrition. Most people have already made their own shakes, or they go to the Jamba Juices or whatever and they get a smoothie. Everybody knows they need extra nutrition. That's not a big paradigm shift. And then to take 2 pills in the morning, 2 pills at night, it's really simple. It even has it doesn't even have a child-proof cap. You can do it, right? My 18-month-old granddaughter opened them. So this is really easy to understand. And it's also simple to do. Now, along with those two things with the ForeverPak is that it's affordable. And not only is it affordable, you guys, you save money doing this program, right? If you've seen the presentation, you save money. You're going to have more money than you did before you started the program to spend. And then it produces amazing results like this is the greatest discovery of our time. That just lights me up about this ForeverPak. Now, because of it's easy, it's simple, it's affordable, and it produces results, it's going to duplicate. Almost on its own, it's going to duplicate because of the results. With some effort and some focus and some concentration and some commitment, you could take this to the moon, you guys. I'm telling you, you can. I was a broke mechanic. I don't even have a high school diploma. I dropped out of high school. I was a mechanic for 15 years. I saw this and I aligned myself with it and I said, this is it. And I just put the blinders on and I moved forward. Now, learning these principles really helped me to gain the confidence. So what we want to show here is what Robert Kiyosaki teaches, and you have employee, self-employed, big business, and investment. 95% of people operate on the left side of that quadrant, which means they're trading time for money like I did as a mechanic. That means they're going to retire broke. And that's a Social Security statistic. 95% of people retire broke. 5% generate wealth through leverage. It's through getting other people to work for them. And that used to be the rich getting richer. But Paul Zane Pilzer, a Nobel Prize winning economist, said, we're going to have more millionaires come from poor to middle class backgrounds because you don't have to have that great wealth and big capital to now create leverage in your life where you could open like a Walmart or a Costco. That took a lot of money to build that kind of leverage where you have a lot of employees. You don't need that anymore. We can have leverage for, you know, the price of what it costs to get into Isagenix, $29, right? So this is a cool thing to understand right here, because what happened for me in this graph is I went from employee to doing Isagenix full time to in 13 months making a six-figure income. And at about 16 months, it was growing on its own. And big business is where you can leave your business and it will continue to do as good or better without you there, right? So this is what Isagenix did for me, and it'll do it for anybody else. All right, so a couple other things. I want to show you the numbers behind this leverage that creates this kind of income up here. Let me just say this. In 4.5 months, now this is my personal results. I have to disclaim this. I got serious about it. I turned the TV off. I decided I wanted this to be my thing. I don't want to be a mechanic anymore, and I'm going to dream big. I'm going for the Freedom Day. But you guys, my first thing that I wanted as I shot for as a goal was taking my wife to dinner and a movie. I couldn't afford to do it. So it was a small goal that I achieved first. And then the next goal was getting new tires for my car. I wanted to buy new tires instead of used tires. You get a set of tires for $25 and then I could put them on, but they were almost worn out. But that was all I could afford. I got new tires for the car, and then I got a new car. And then down the road, we got a new house and we moved into our dream home. So in 4.5 months, you guys, let me write this down. 4.5 months, my personal results is I replaced my income at work in 4.5 months. 15 years of working hard as a mechanic. In 13 months, so that would be right about there. In 13 months, I hit a six-figure income. So right here in 13 months. Again, this is my personal results. You could do it faster, or you might could take longer. It just depends on your commitment level. In 6 years, and I hit my first million. Now we have to disclaim in Isagenix, becoming a millionaire is the 1% club in our company. But join the 1% club. The only reason people aren't doing it is because they don't get the principles. They don't have a simple system to follow. They don't have the right support. And so we're giving that to you right here. Over the next six years, total of $10 million. All right. So that has everything to do with the numbers in Isagenix and working the system. This is a simple system that you can follow. In order to duplicate and leverage, all you have to do is send people to ForeverPak.com, right? You have to spell it out, ForeverPak.com, P-A-K. That's how you're going to do this, and it's going to depend upon the amount of number of people that you talk to. Who's in control of how many people you talk to? You are. Where are you going to send them? ForeverPak.com, and then you're going to follow up with them. We'll have more training around that, but I want to show you the numbers now so that I make you psychologically unemployable. That's what happened to me when I got the numbers. I couldn't sleep, and I knew it was a done deal. I didn't know it was going to happen as fast as it did, but you know what? I stayed focused and I stayed concentrated. So it's $29 to get started. You become a customer, and then you get to buy the products at wholesale. Now, once I had the results and a few other people were getting the results that I had shared with, I said, I want to change people's lives. I want to go from changing people's oil to changing their lives. And what I learned is that I needed to order a minimal amount of product every month. It's 100 BV. Our ForeverPak, that is more than 100 BV. So just ordering the ForeverPak, and how long are you going to be on that, by the way? Forever. That's why we called it the ForeverPak, right? So simple to do. And healthy people have healthy habits. So this is a lifetime program that you'll be qualified every time you order that. Now, once I do that, they taught me, look, Dave, as soon as you sponsor 2 people who also order a minimum of 100 BV, the company will give you the rank designation as a consultant. What does that mean? It means I'm going to have leverage, you guys. That's what it means. It means leverage and duplication is going to start in my life. And they're going to pay you 6% on everybody that comes into your organization. And so there's different ways people are going to come in. Your upline could be enrolling people under you. You get paid 6% on them. You can enroll people. Of course, you get paid 6% on them. And they can share it with people. And you get paid 6% on them. No levels, no breakaway, no blocking, no flushing of volume. This company is so generous. Not only do they want to create the healthiest people in the planet and become the largest health and wellness company, they want to create the most 6- and 7-figure income earners. So let's just use Cindy Talley, who's been in this industry for over 28 years, the networking industry, but she also had a full-time job. She was a home health nurse for over 30 years. In 28 years, she never made more than $1,400 in 1 month being involved in this industry. She gets on the ForeverPak, has amazing results, and decides to join this business in isogenics. And in 1 year, she enrolled 25 people. So that whole domino effect that I explained, where you get paid on everybody, she had 950 people in her group. She was right at $1,000 a week. I mean, that changes a person's life, but she continued to do the work. And in less than 2 years, Cindy retired as a home health nurse. She's doing isogenics full time and living the life of her dreams. So I want to show you the breakdown of the numbers here of the 6% and the value of a ForeverPak. It says 108 right here. It's actually a little bit more than that. But we'll just go with 108 and the 6% that the company is going to pay you. Now, let's say this is you and you sponsor 2 people because you want to get paid, even if it's just to get your products paid for, or maybe it's your Freedom Day. That's all you've got to do right here. Enroll 2 people. Do you know I became the number 13 income earner in the company as a consultant? As a consultant, that was my rank when I hit number 13 income earner in the company. So now, if these 2 people, if they decide they want to get their products paid for and people are asking them what they're doing, all they've got to do is sign up 2 people. Well, if those 2 people do that, that would add 4 people to my group and so on, all the way down. We'll go 4 generations. We'll do that with the power 2, power 3, power 4. When I saw this and I really internalized it, this is where I couldn't sleep, you guys. I knew it wasn't a matter of if I'm going to become wealthy and financially free. I knew it was a matter of when. Now, let's just add up all the people. We take the 2, the 4, the 8, and the 16, and we have 30 people. Plus, you get paid. Our company's so generous, they pay you on your own BV. So 31 people at 6% ordering a ForeverPak, you would have your products paid for, and they would be paying you to eat those products because that's more than that system cost. Now, this one right here really changed my life. The power of 3, look at if everybody just added 1 more person. Everybody shared it with 3, same 4 generations. That replaced my income as a paper route man. I wasn't a paper route boy. I was a paper route man as an adult in my 30s, right? And it replaced that income. Now, the paper route felt like work. Are you kidding me? Getting up at 4:30 every single morning? This didn't feel like work. I was loving it. I found joy in it. And I wanted to do it more and more. And it replaced my income as a paper route, employee. Now, this one right here really changed my life. It was my Freedom Day. I replaced my income at work. And Lenny picked me up at the Honda dealership in a limousine. Like this limousine shows up. I didn't know he was going to do that. Everybody's like, what's a limousine doing on the dealership, on the drive? And Lenny pops out. He says, let's go, brother. I already talked to your boss. He's going to get you your check for you later today. You're coming with me. And we went out to eat. It was awesome. So that was my Freedom Day. Now, that might be a Freedom Day for a lot of people. In fact, statistics show that that would be a Freedom Day for a lot of people. But some people make more, like Cindy being a home health nurse. She needed to make a little more. Well, if we went the power of 5, 5 people telling 5, on those same 4 generations. Now, how many did Cindy actually enroll in 1 year? 25. So this is totally realistic if if you're going to be talking to people and getting them to the ForeverPak.com website, they're going to be blown away. Their minds are going to be blown learning that information. You'll be giving them a gift. So 5 telling 5. This is just the ForeverPak and the 6% that the company would be paying you. And that's a residual passive income. It just keeps coming in, and it doesn't stop here. When you have this many people, they're telling people, you have other people who are becoming free and getting their Freedom Day, and you're downline, and you're getting paid on all of that. That's how generous the company is. So if we just took this is what made it so I couldn't sleep. When I took the power of 2, since the company pays us on everybody on unlimited depth, I don't have to stop at the 4 generations. We can keep going down and see what the math would be further down. This blew me away. Lenny, you told me to do this and go home and do it with the calculator and write it down. And I did. And I got it. Something clicked inside of me. Now, Isagenix, when you enroll 2 people, they give you a $50 bonus for doing this right here. And if those 2 people, when they share it with 2 people because the results they're getting, that's a $500 bonus. That's not the 6%. That's just a bonus. They're going to give you that. That's more than double what you paid for ForeverPak. Our company is so generous. They're looking for ways to incentivize and give you money. Now, let's just keep going down. 2, share it with 2, who share it with 2. That's where we were right here. Let's keep going. Yeah, you're going to get your products paid for there. But then you're going to start getting your cell phone and your credit cards and, like Lenny was saying, your automobile, your car payment, maybe your house payment. Man, we moved into our dream home. I'm sitting in it right now. We were able to move into our 5,000 square foot home from a 1,300 square foot home that had a broken window for years that I couldn't replace. Now, look at this. We just go 13 generations. We're going to just take the ForeverPak and go with the 6%. And nobody's done anything more than anybody else. It's just 2 people sharing it with 2. Geometrically progressed. You would be earning over $50,000 a month based on that BV and that 6%. You guys, you don't need $50,000 a month to have a Freedom Day, but it's nice. Trust me, it's really nice. And what does that money represent? It represents lives that are changed. I call it bringing heaven to earth because that's what it's doing in people's lives. It's giving them their health back. It's giving them hope. It's giving them purpose. And they're getting out and they're getting into action with positive things and doing positive things in other people's lives. Like Laura was talking about, the law of compensation, where you're adding value to people's lives and you're getting paid very generous for it, right? So I was changing people's oil and that was a service. I was adding value to their lives. But when you're helping people with their health, there is nothing that compares to that. And to get this kind of compensation for that, it's off the charts. So you guys, in order to have that income line go up, it's a very easy decision. I'm either going to talk to people and send them to ForeverPak.com or I'm not. Now, if you want to get your products paid for, you guys could really do that in a way that it's kind of convenient. You don't really have to go out of your way. The results are almost going to get your products paid for if you just sign those people up who say, I want what you got, right? But if you go out there and you're proactive with it, the sky is the limit. And I want to show you this last little slide here. This is mind-boggling. All right, so Tracy O'Malley was a single mom who was very desperate. Somebody shared the products with her and she had that transformation and she got her mental clarity back and she saw the value that she could add to other people that she received in her own life. And she said in 2 years, I had about 1,000 conversations. So how many people are you going to talk to and send to the ForeverPak.com? Out of the people she talked to, and this was without the ForeverPak.com. This was just going out and using the tools that they had. ForeverPak has so simplified this. I think we'll see much higher numbers than this. But out of 1,000, she actually enrolled 90. 90 said yes. How many people decided that they were going to join the business and really leverage Tracy's time by going out and having their own conversations? 5 people did. Now remember, Isagenix pays you on everybody. So we're not looking at everybody here. We're only looking at the people that Tracy has enrolled. But there's a domino effect that happens from these people. So what was that domino effect worth in money for 1 month for Tracy in 2 years? $126,000 in 1 month. What? Are you kidding me? blessing other people's lives, residual passive income. You guys, she had 18,000 people on her team. That's the domino effect of products that produce results. So what were mine and Carrie's numbers? In 10 years, we had a certain amount of conversations. How many? That doesn't really matter to you. It matters to me that I have enough conversations to eventually get my Freedom Day. If I put a red dot under a rock and I planted it somewhere in your neighborhood, it's on your block, and I say, hey, look, I got a rock. There's a red sticker under it. Go find it. When you find it, I'll give you $10,000 a week for the rest of your life, no strings attached. And to make it even more appealing, I'll let you will it off to your kids when you pass away. So no strings attached. You can do whatever you want with that $10,000 a week. What would you be doing? I had somebody, what would you do when you got home from work? You wouldn't be sitting on the couch watching TV, would you? You wouldn't be on Facebook scrolling through to see what other people's lives are like. You would be out there turning over rocks. Why? Because you know the rock is out there. You have no doubt that the rock is out there, and all you got to do is find it. All you got to do is find people who say yes. And we are in a health crisis right now. It's like I was in Minnesota this last week, 2 meetings in a row, 100% sign up. Why? Because people are hungering and thirsting for health and wellness, and we have the solution, right? So if you know that red dot's out there, right, you're just going to keep turning it over. You'd probably even wake up early before you went to work. I had somebody tell me they would call in sick. They're not going to go to work. What's that been doing for them? Just over broke, right? Job stands for just over broke. So how many did we personally enroll in 10 years? It's going to blow your minds, you guys. 150. How many joined my business? Like they started doing it and they had their Freedom Day. One that I personally enrolled. But it doesn't matter if I personally enrolled them or not. I can work with anybody in my organization because I get paid 6% on everybody. And so that's what I did. I just got into teaching mode and I got into educating. I got into supporting people. It didn't matter if I found them. It could be people on my team. Build a team. Well, first, have a dream like Laura was talking about and Lenny's talking about. Have a dream, and then you start building a team. How do you build that team? Send people to ForeverPak.com. Tell them their minds are going to be blown away. When you connect with somebody, we have a whole connecting piece that's going to teach you how to do that. So send them to ForeverPak.com. That's the program, right? Send them there, and they're going to say yes. What's our biggest month? We've been getting a residual income of $90,000 every month for nearly 8 years now. And it's growing and it's expanding and it's more than that. And so, you guys, Cindy, 25 people in 1 year. She was making about $1,000 a week. In less than 2 years, she retired, and Cindy now owns her dream life. She gets to do what she wants, when she wants, for as long as she wants. Why? Because she did the actions. So my call to action for you is going to be, if you want to go fast, Lenny, you taught me. Talk to 2 people a day. Get them to that website and follow up with them. You guys, you got this. I absolutely believe in you. I know that when I got in, maybe I had a few doubts. Maybe I was a little bit skeptical. But my team that I was surrounded by, the people that were there to support me, they believed in me. We believe in you. That's why we're doing this. And we believe that you can do this. No, there's no question. You've just got to believe enough to make the decision to get the information to people. And then, Laura.
That was amazing. I get goosebumps every single time. You guys just got the secret sauce, okay? And it's all based on science and math, which has ultimate truth. So if that speaks to you at a really deep level, this is basically being handed to you. Isogenics, I always said, like, no, I've done a lot of business models in the past and had success, but Isogenics hands us all of these tools on a silver platter. You now understand and can appreciate the how. So thank you so much. And I think the biggest thing that is the constant takeaway is success can be a lot closer than you think. Okay. And who would have thought, you know, I love the saying, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. If you are in a tough spot right now, or you are struggling, or you are praying for a solution, and you are watching this right now saying, what if? There is absolutely no coincidence. Because like I said earlier, you do not need any specific degree. You need a mouth really to eat the products and to talk. You need a heart to be able to want to help others, including yourself. So be the example of what's possible. What comes next from this clarity will be the connecting pieces, because from this module, you're going to be so clear from me of the value that you want to bring to yourself and others. From Lenny, you're really clear on, well, what's this first stepping stone goal? And what is the bigger goal? What is my freedom day? Is it 5,000 a month? Is it 10,000 a month? Is it 100,000 a month? Is it, the sky's the limit? There is no cap on your potential with Isogenics. And then take a look at the principles. Watch it over and over again. I've watched Dave MacArthur's do exactly what he just did for you a lot. And every time it soaks in, it just oozes more and more belief into me, so I can go into massive action. And all of your action that's going to come from this is going to match this starting point, this welcome call. So I'm excited. Lenny?
And I just want to say amen to everything we just learned. I'm on fire. Dave MacArthur, thank you for sharing your genius. Laura, your mind, thank you, thank you, thank you. And guys, remember this. Check in with yourself. When you're truly grateful, what do? You share. And when you're clear, you move forward. And that's what this movement's all about. It's a movement inside the movement. And we're so grateful you're here. Now let's go forward and share, because that's what this is about. Really, love sometimes is invisible, but when you serve someone, that makes it visible. And so it's that service to get out of your own way, make the call, have the courage to make the call. That one call can change it all. It's a true statement. I've seen it happen hundreds and thousands of times. So you guys, we have a lot of work to do. In Dave's words, we're bringing heaven to earth, and we're just grateful to be here. So thank you, Laura, for putting this together.
Yes.
Dave.
I would just say in closing, get your vision and your dreams in front of you. If you're familiar with vision boards, start making them and make your dreams a reality. Do it with your family, do it with your team, and really start dreaming and have that why that's going to drive you and motivate you and inspire you to stay committed and stay disciplined. It's, this is a very simple business. It doesn't mean it's easy. It's like any other business, but this one has dividends that are they're off the charts. It's unparalleled what you're able to do and how generous the company is. But get your dreams in front of you and look at them every day and believe in them, and then get into action and make those dreams a reality.
Thank you so much for your time, everybody. You rock.